No one's life changes in a single, dramatic moment. It changes in the quiet decisions no one else sees. Right now, while you're watching this, there is a small habit you've been ignoring, maybe because it feels too simple to matter. But that tiny habit might be the very thing standing between who you are and who you were meant to become. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Ethan, not a failure, not a success, just tired of starting over, tired of promising himself this time will be different, tired of watching the years pass while his dreams stayed exactly the same. Gathering dust on a shelf every single night, he told himself tomorrow would be the day. Tomorrow he'd finally wake up early. Tomorrow he'd start the project. Tomorrow he'd change his life. But tomorrow always became the same as yesterday. One evening, sitting alone in a dim room, surrounded by the ghosts of his broken promises, Ethan finally admitted something painful to himself. I don't trust myself anymore. It wasn't that he lacked motivation. He'd had bursts of it for years. What he lacked was self-belief. His own word meant nothing to him. So, instead of chasing another big, dramatic transformation that he knew he'd abandon, he made a decision that felt almost embarrassing in its simplicity. He decided to change something so small that his mind couldn't possibly argue with it. He set an alarm for the next morning, but not for some heroic pre-dawn workout. He set it just 5 minutes earlier than usual. Not an hour, just 5 quiet minutes. The next morning, the alarm went off. He got up, sat on the edge of his bed, and just breathed. That was it. No meditation app, no journal. No phone, no pressure. He just sat there for 5 minutes, keeping that one tiny promise to himself. And strangely, it felt good. That same day, instead of his usual habit of scrolling endlessly through his phone before bed, he opened a book he'd been meaning to read, and he read one page, just one. Then he closed it and went to sleep. It didn't feel impressive. It certainly didn't feel life-changing. But something incredibly important happened in that moment. For the first time in years, Ethan did exactly what he said he would do. And that small act of integrity matters more than motivation ever will. Because confidence isn't built by giant, heroic wins. It's built by small promises kept daily. A week passed. Nothing miraculous happened. His life didn't suddenly improve. He was still tired, still unsure of his path, still feeling unnoticed by the world. But a quiet, internal shift had begun. Each small habit was like a vote for the person he wanted to be. Each kept promise was sending a new message to his subconscious mind. I can be trusted. And the mind always listens. That one page a day slowly became 2, then a chapter. Those 5 minutes of quiet in the morning turned into 10. Not because he forced himself or used sheer willpower, but because stopping started to feel harder than continuing. The momentum was building. This is the power that most people just don't understand. Small habits don't change your life overnight. They change your identity first. And once your identity changes, your behavior follows naturally. Most people fail because they aim way too high and quit way too fast. They want a massive, revolutionary change, but they have minimal patience for the process. So when progress feels slow, when the results don't show up immediately, when it all just feels boring, they give up. But listen closely. Boring is where the growth lies. Because real, lasting change is repetitive. It's quiet. It's uncelebrated. It asks doing the thing when no one is watching and no one would know if you skipped it. And that's precisely why it works. It's not about the applause. It's about the practice. The daily, unglamorous reps are what build the muscle of discipline. You don't get in shape by going to the gym once for 10 hours. You get in shape by going for 30 minutes, day after day after day. The same is true for your mind, your confidence, and your life. Months passed. Ethan began noticing things that others didn't. His thoughts were clearer, less chaotic. His reactions to daily frustrations were calmer. The excuses he used to tell himself started to sound weaker, less convincing. He hadn't become some extraordinary superhuman overnight. He had simply become consistent, and consistency is a quiet superpower. It's the force that compounds over time, turning small efforts into massive results. One day, standing in front of a professional challenge that would have once terrified him into procrastination, Ethan realized something shocking. He wasn't afraid, not because the fear had magically disappeared. Fear never truly goes away, but because he had been practicing courage in tiny, manageable doses every single day. Those 5 minutes of discipline, repeated hundreds of times, had reshaped his confidence from the inside out. He had taught himself, through action, that he was the kind of person who shows up. He was the kind of person who keeps his word. He was the kind of person who could handle discomfort. This is how lives truly change. Not with a sudden burst of motivation, not with waiting for the perfect moment, but with small, almost invisible habits done daily, without fail. Right now, you might be waiting to feel ready, waiting for the right time, waiting for a wave of confidence to arrive before you take the first step. But confidence is built after you take action, not before it. You can't think your way into a new life. You have to act your way into it. Your future self does not require a dramatic, overnight transformation. It requires a small decision, repeated daily. One page, one 5-minute walk, one healthy meal, one single promise kept to yourself. Instead of asking what huge goal you need to accomplish, ask yourself this: what is the smallest possible habit I can start today? And repeat tomorrow. Make it so easy you can't say no. Because small habits, done every day, don't just change your routine. They fundamentally change who you become. They rebuild your identity, one tiny action at a time. If this story speaks to you, let me know by dropping a comment and liking this video. Your story matters too. And don't forget to subscribe to Word and Soul for more content to help you on your journey. Thanks for watching.